one club that has previously breached and been, well, Leicester breached, but one club that has actually been punished for it is Everton. They posted a £53 million loss and £187 million revenue. How is their financial situation looking ahead of their move into the new stadium this summer?
Um, you can see how they got through 23-24, so that wasn't a surprise. We did expect them to do so, because the transactions that they carried out before 30th of June last year looked very focused on getting through PSR. So I think they were just through sorting out the issue that they had with the interest was key. So because that went away, because they basically everybody agreed to just let it drop, that meant that you didn't need to revise the numbers for 22-23, 23-24, which would have had impact into the current season. So because they didn't have to do that, that's a massive advantage for them. So I don't think they've got huge capacity, but they they look like they've got it under control for the first time in a number of years. So that's positive. I think Everton's potential other issue is actually less their own issue. The Friedkins have had a bit of a shock this week with the tariff situation, because one of their main businesses is selling foreign cars in the Gulf states of America, and we know that the tariffs that are going to be put on foreign vehicles into the US are enormous, and that is bound to impact their core business.
How could that have a knock-on effect on Everton in terms of the tariffs?
Well, who knows? What it will mean is that the Friedkins who've got, they're very wealthy people, but it is going to have a major impact on their business, their core business. It may be good for Everton because it may mean that actually their interest, that their sort of focus is less on their historic business and more on their new businesses. Who knows? But it is interesting, that you couldn't find a business more impacted than a Toyota reseller in the southern states of the US. They are going to be hit very, very hard by such a move, unless, and I don't think this is the case, unless those cars are all made in the US, which I'd be surprised.